Welcome sa klase ni Sir Rojan. Ang klase na parang nagkwekwentuhan pero may matututunan. Ang klase na para sa lahat, lalo na sa mga nahihirapan. Basta kay Sir Rojan, ibang klase. Let's go! Ang first video natin is tungkol sa mga topics related to financial accounting and reporting. Yung pangalawa naman is sa mga topics tungkol sa management advisory services or management services. So yung ngayon pag-uusapan natin is yung mga topics related to regulatory framework for business transaction. May mga ilang nagsasabi na isa ito sa mga topic na mahirap. It's an interesting topic kasi patuloy siyang nagbabago, patuloy siyang nag-e-evolve kasi nakadepende siya sa mga batas na bagong ipapasa or ipinasa na makakapekto sa ating profesyon or sa may kinalaman sa business in general. Kaya naman nasasabi siguro ng iba na ang hirap ng law kasi ang lawak ng scope niya. Ganun pa man, identify natin ilan ang questions na kukunin sa bawat topic ng RFBT. Okay, start tayo. So actually, ang RFBT, nahati siya sa parang ilang sections din eh. Kasi yung iba doon, more on special laws. Pero generally, parang majority nun is may kinalaman sa business transaction tsaka business organization. So unahin muna natin is yung unang part ng topic is law on business transactions. Okay? So isa dito, under ng subtopic ng law on business transactions, ito yung ating favorite na obligations. So dito sa obligations, ang kukunin ditong number of items is 6. Anong level of difficulty ng 6 na yan? That is too easy, too average, and too difficult. Malawak ang obligations. No? Sinasabi doon sa TOS, i-describe mo ang obligation, ano yung sources of obligations natin, no? Ating law, contracts, quasi contracts, delicts, at saka quasi delicts. And then kung ano yung iba't ibang kinds of obligations. Okay? Meron tayong pure, conditional, obligation with a period or with a term. Also, we have joint or solidary, alternative or facultative, divisible or indivisible, obligations with the penal clause. And then, kasama rin dyan sa obligations natin yung mga specific circumstances affecting obligations in general, kagaya ng fortuitous events, at yung mga grounds for damages, kagaya ng fraud, negligence, delay, or breach of contract. And then kasama rin sa obligations, yung nature and effects ng obligation. Okay? When it comes to determinate thing or specific thing, obligations to do or not to do. Okay? Ano yung mga remedies in case of non-performance and kung ano yung klase ng damages. So part din ng obligations na kasama sa table of specification is yung extinguishment naman ng obligation na may special emphasis sa payment. For what? May kinalaman ng mercantile documents as means of payment. Yung special forms of or mode of payment, meron tayo dyan dasyon in pago, application of payments, payment by session, tender of payment, and consignation. Tapos yung ibang parang special extinguishment, yung loss of the thing, remission or condonation, you have confusion, compensation, and novation. So all ng topics na related sa obligations, ang kukunin na question dyan ay 6. So dalawa sa easy, dalawa sa average or moderate, at dalawa rin sa difficult. Then also, another subtopic ng law on business transactions is yung contracts. So katulad ng obligations, 6 din. Pero mas malawak ang obligations kumpara sa parang contracts. Pero 6 din ang kukunin sa kanya. So ano-ano nga bang level of difficulty? Ganun din. Too easy, too average, and too difficult. Okay? Ano-anong kasama sa contracts? Again, general provisions ng contract. What is contract? Ano yung classification of contracts? Stages of contracts? Yung freedom to contract, no? Or freedom to contract. Tapos yung limitation doon sa freedom na yun. Sino-sino yung mga persons bound. Okay? And then ano yung essential requisites ng isang contract? You have your consent, you have your requisites, capacitated persons, basis of consent, tsaka yung objectives ng contract, yung objects of contract, tsaka yung cost. So you have your essential requisites naman, the consent, object, and cause. Okay? Kasama rin sa contracts natin yung iba't ibang forms of contracts. And then also, kasama rin sa topics or subtopic ng contracts is yung mga reformation ng contracts, interpretation of contracts, tapos yung defective contracts. We have your rescissible, voidable, tsaka unenforceable. And then yung void and inexistent contract. Okay? So yun yung mga coverage ng contract. So mas maikli siya as compared sa obligations, pero same yung number of items na kukunin sa kanya. Okay? Another subtopic ng law on business transactions is you have your sales. So dito sa sales, tatlong kukunin na questions. Isang easy, isang average, and isang difficult. So, ayan. So dito sa sales, ano-ano ba yung mga topics na kasama dyan? Okay? Yung earnest money, option money, tapos yung rights and obligations ng vendor tsaka ng vendee, yung warranties ng isang sale, ano yung express warranty, ano yung implied warranty. Dinidiscuss din dito yung installment sales, specifically the recto law, which refers to the personal property, tapos yung Maseda law, which refers to real property. Okay? And then sinama na rin dito yung Condominium Act, okay, or yung PD 957. Okay, kasama rin yun sa sales. Tapos kasama rin sa sales yung extinguishment of a contract of sale. Okay? May kinalaman din siya sa conventional redemption and legal redemption. So yung mga yon ang components ng sales natin. So take note of that. Next, another subtopic ng law on business transaction is credit transaction. Yan. So, ilang question kukunin dito? Tatlo din. Isang easy, isang average, at isang difficult. Okay, anong mga topics ang kasama sa credit transactions? Ito yung pledge, real mortgage, at saka chattel mortgage. Kasi sila naman yung merong may kinalaman sa credit eh. Okay, anong pinagkaiba nila ng tatlong sinabi ko? Ano yung similarities nila? When it comes to indivisibility, kasama rin dito yung pactum promisorium, okay? At yung mga third-party pledgers or mortgagors. And then what else? Ano yung mga requirements para maging binding yung contract na yon sa third parties, okay? At ano yung obligations and rights ng isang pledgor at pledgee, ganoon din ng mortgagor tsaka ng mortgagee, okay? And how do we extinguish these kinds of contracts? Contracts of pledge, contract of mortgage, tsaka real mortgage and chattel mortgage. So yun yung mga credit transactions topics natin. So what's interesting about this law subject is that actually sa lahat naman ng subjects ng LECPA, you don't really know kasi kung ano ilalabas sa tanong. So better na talagang basahin mo siya, no? Aralin mo siya ng maigi, pero put emphasis on those topics na mas marami questions sa kukunin. So that mas malaking chance na marami kang maitama. Okay, but again, huwag mo pababayaan din naman yung mga topics na kasama rin sa ibibigay sa board exam. Pero yun nga lang, mas kukunti kasi. For example, halimbawa, kung meron kang 8 hours a day na mag-aral, syempre mas dadamihan mo yung pag-aaral mo sa topics na may related sa contracts tsaka sa obligations kasi mas marami yung itatama mo doon as compared sa sales and credit transaction. But it doesn't mean pwede mong pabayaan yung sales at saka credit transactions kasi at the end of the day, sila pa rin naman ay topics ng board exam under ng RFPT. Okay? So next natin ng topic ng RFBT is yung bouncing check. Bouncing checks. Okay? So dito, ilan ang kinukuha dito? Wala na ditong subtopic. Okay? Dalawa, no? That is for average tsaka difficult. Yan. So ano nung topics under ng bouncing check? So yung BP22. Okay? Dinidiscuss din dito yung checks without insufficient funds. Okay? Evidence of knowledge of insufficient funds, tapos ano pa ba? Duty ng drawer, at kung ano yung mga ibig sabihin ng when you say credit construed. Yan. At yung comparison ng bouncing check sa estafa. Okay, that's Article 315. Yan. Okay, so next topic under ng RFBT is Consumer Protection Act. Ayan, Consumer Protection Act. Ito isa rin tong malawak na topic pero dalawa lang ang kukunin na tanong dyan. Isang easy, isang average. Okay? So ano bang mga topics ang under ng consumer protection? Nandyan yung consumer product quality and safety, andyan din yung different deceptive sales tsaka practices. Okay? Ano pa ba? Yung product service warranty, labeling tsaka packaging, tapos yung consumer rights. Yan. Meron din ditong isinamang special topic under ng Consumer Protection Act, yung Price Tag Act, tsaka yung Lemon Law. Yan. So aralin din ninyo yun, ha? Yan. Next, another topic is financial rehabilitation and insolvency act, or what you call FIA. Okay? Dito, 5 ang kukunin dito ang topics. So better aralin nyo ito, ha, yung FIA. Dalawang easy, dalawang average, isang difficult. Ano nung mga i-discuss dyan sa FIA na yan, no? Siyempre, definition of terms, suspension of payments, kung ano yung types of rehabilitation, yung application of rehabilitation, ano yung commencement order, ano yung suspension order, ano yung rehabilitation receiver, ano yung management committee, tapos ano yung rehabilitation plan, at yun yung tinatawag nating crackdown effect. So lahat yun, under yun ng rehabilitation. What else? Next naman, no, yung kasunod nun, if you cannot rehabilitate, liquidate. Okay? Ano namang types ng liquidation meron tayo? Paano ginagawa ang conversion from rehabilitation to liquidation? Ano yung proceedings? What do you mean when we say liquidation order? Ano yung rights ng isang secured creditor? Sino ang liquidator? Okay? How do you determine the claims? At kung ano yung liquidation plan? So those are the topics under ng FIA, or Financial Rehabilitation and Insolvency Act. Next is Philippine Competition Act. Yan. So dito, dalawa lang ang kukunin na topics. Okay? Isang average at isang difficult. Ayan. So ano mga dinidiscuss dito sa Philippine Competition Act? Okay, so ito medyo maikli lang to. Definition, tsaka yung scope ng Philippine Competition Act, anti-competitive agreements, abuse of dominant position, yung mga pinagbabawal na mergers and acquisition, okay, and then exceptions, what else, threshold for compulsory notification for covered transactions, tapos sino yung notifying entity, gaano katagal ang period of notifications, and also exceptions. So yun yung mga topics under ng Philippine Competition Act. Next is government procurement law. Okay? So dito sa government procurement law, dalawa lang kukunin din. Meron tayong isang average at isang difficult. So ano yung mga topics under ng government procurement law? So yung principles niya, scope and application, no? Definition of terms, paano ang process of procurement, or yung tinatawag nating procurement procedures, preparation of bidding documents, invitation to bid, receipt and opening of bids, bid evaluation, no, and post-qualification, tsaka yung awarding na and implementation and termination of the contract kapag na-approve na yung bid mo. No? And then ano yung mga disclosures, and then ano yung iba't ibang alternative methods of procurement. Okay? So dalawang topic lang yan. Dalawang question. Next, letter G. Dito na yung medyo mahaba talagang kukunin. Law on Business Organization. Yan. So dito marami talaga, as in, halos kalahati nung exam, nung subject, dito nanggagaling ang mga tanong. Kaya talagang pagtuunan nyo ng pansin, mas mahaba itong Law on Business Organization. Ano bang mga topics under nan? First, yung partnerships. Ilan ang kukunin dyan? 4. Okay, 2 easy, 2 average, 2 difficult. Okay? So, lahat na may kinalaman sa partnership. Ano yung nature niya? Okay? Ano yung kinds of partnership? Ano yung mga formalities na kailangan? Ano yung rules of managing the partnership? Ano yung obligations ng partners sa partnership tsaka sa partners? sa third persons, ano yung rights ng partner, paano ang sharing of profits and losses, paano ang dissolution tsaka winding up. Okay? At meron din ditong explanation, meron din ditong kasama ang limited partnership. Okay? So dito sa corporation, ang pinakamarami, ano? Corporation. 30 items yan. 9 easy, 12 average or moderate, at saka 9 difficult. Imagine mo, 30. That's 30% out of 100. Kasi 100 items ang RFDT eh. 30 na kagad. So pag hindi mo yan masyadong binasa, malamang wala ka ng 30. So ang highest mo na lang 70. Kasi hindi mo ba nabasa yung partnership? Yari na. Di another 6 yan. Okay? So paglaan na ng oras, mas marami ang corporation. Basahin maigi. Araling talaga, mastery ng corporation. Kasi 30 items po yan. Okay? So ano ba ang mga dinidiscuss or kasama sa corporation topic? Siyempre, yung classes of corporation, yung nationality, yung control test, at saka yung grandfather rule. Yung doctrines ng may kinalaman sa corporation. Example, doctrine on corporate juridical personality. Okay? Doctrine on separate juridical personality. Okay? Yung liability of tort at saka yung crimes, saka recovery of damages. Meron pa tayong doctrine of freezing the veil of corporate entity. Okay? Ano yung grounds para ma-apply natin ng doctrine na yun? Kailan natin siya pwedeng i-apply? Okay? Paano ang capital structure ng isang corporation? Ilan ang incorporators at anong qualification nun? Ano yung subscription requirements? Meron pa ba? Corporate term, classification of shares. Okay? Madami yan. Okay? Kaya siya 30 items. Ano yung process of incorporation? Sa organization, meron tayo dyan promoter, yung subscription contract, what else? Pre-incorporation subscription agreements, consideration of core stocks, tsaka yung articles of incorporation, okay, corporate name limitations, tsaka yung registration, incorporation, at tsaka commencement ng corporate existence, paano mag-elect ng directors or trustees, paano gumawa ng bylaws, anong dapat nakalagay doon, kailan pwedeng i-amend, anong effect kapag hindi mo ginamit ng corporate charter mo, okay? Ano yung corporate powers of corporations from general to specific, okay? So marami ang powers na yan, no? Ano yung rights ng isang stockholders tsaka ng members, okay? Yeah, so yun yung mga examples na topics na under ng corporation. Ano naman ang role ng board of directors tsaka ng trustees, okay? Ano yung capital affairs ng corporation, certificate of stock, watered stock, payment of balance for subscription, delinquent shares, paano siya ibebenta. Meron nga tayong tinatawag na alienation of shares. Okay? So yun. And then also, since corporation din naman tayo, may kinalaman din siya sa dissolution tsaka liquidation. Ano yung mga modes of dissolution, ano yung mga methods of liquidation. Okay? Yan. Tapos, kasama rin dito yung ibang uri ng corporation. Diba? Ang saya, no? Daming topics ng corporation. Yung pinidiscuss natin is commercial yun. So more on ano yun, stock corporation. Ano ba yung iba pang corporations? Paano sila mag-operate? So kasama rin yun sa ano, sa corporation na law. Non-stock, educational, religious, okay? At yung tinatawag nating OPC, bagong revised corporation code natin, yung one-person corporation. Paano siya in-organize, paano siya ino-operate. Okay? And then, paano rin nag-organize ng isang foreign corporations? Paano mag-merge? Paano mag-consolidate? And then, yung investigation ng SEC, tsaka yung offenses and penalties na pwedeng i-commit ng isang corporation. Okay? Kasama rin dito sa corporation yung corporate governance. Sinama na rin dito. Yan, bagong topic yan. Tapos yung may kinalaman sa Securities Act. Yan. Iba't ibang kinds of securities. Paano mag-register ng securities kung sakaling gusto mong maging public. No? And then ano yung provisions na nakalagay sa SRC, yung Securities Regulations Code, anong requirements ng financial reporting for public corporations. And then kung ano iba't iba pang mga SEC issuances, yung memory circulars, and then opinions. Okay? So marami talagang corporations. Kaya kailangan ninyo itong pagtuunan ng oras at ng pansin. Dito biro, guys. Okay? Next, under ng business organization then is insurance. So, ilan na kukunin dyan? Tatlo. That's 1, 1, 1. Okay? Ayan. So, insurance, yung concept, elements ng isang insurance contract. Okay? Ano yung characteristics tsaka yung nature ng insurance contracts. Ano nung classes of insurance meron tayo? Tayong variable, no? Meron tayong variable insurance contracts din. Okay? How does an insurance contract perfected? Okay? And then, paano tayo mag-rescind ng insurance contract? Meron tayong rescission dyan. And then, paano mag-claim for settlements or ends obligation? Okay, so kasama rin sa insurance. Next, under ng law of business organization, cooperatives. Okay, so medyo maraming dito, 5. Yan, so that's too easy to average or moderate at isa difficult. Okay, under ng cooperatives, anong dinidiscuss dyan? Sinasama sa board exam, organization, registration, administration ng cooperative, paano mag-administer, ano ang responsibilities, ano yung rights, ano yung privileges ng isang kooperatiba. Okay? Ano-ano ang iba't ibang membership meron ang isang member sa cooperative. Okay? Paano dinedetermine ang capital or property of funds. Okay? Paano mag-audit, mag-inquire, at saka mag-examine ng members. Okay? Yung members' right to examine. Meron silang right to examine. Okay? Computation yan ng allocation at distribution of funds. Tapos yung iba't ibang types and categories ng cooperatives. At kung paano mag-merge ng dalawang cooperatives. Okay? Pwede yan. And also dissolution. Okay. So those are the topics under ng law and business organization. Imagine, ilan yan? That is already 44%. So, dito, na mong aralin. Pero ilan lang yan? 31. Okay? Dito, 44 na kagad. So, kung ako sa iyo, no? Kung kabisado mo na halos itong obligations and contracts, unahin mo nang isunod itong mga law and business organization. Para at least, mas marami na yung chance mong may tama. Okay. Next, letter H. Law on other business transactions. Okay, yung kanina, law on business transaction, yun ang other naman. Okay, so next, first is we have PDIC law or Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation. Ilan na kukunin dyan? 2, easy average. Okay, so more on concepts dito. Yung mga yan, since yan yung mga special laws na rin naman, mga concepts halos ang kukunin natin nila dyan. Sa tingin ko lang. Then, anong kasama sa PDIC? Hindi, anong ibig sabihin pag sinabing insurable deposits? Anong maximum liability? Okay, na pwedeng yung ma-insure, pwedeng bigay na insurance. And then, ano yung requirements para makapag-claim ka ng insurance sa PDIC? So, ganun lang, no? Yun lang yung tatlong yun na sinabi ko. Insurable deposits, maximum liability, tsaka yung parang yung requirements for claims. Okay? Kahit hindi mo na masyadong kabisaduhin itong buong PDIC law. Okay? What else? Secrecy on bank deposits. Ito, 2 din. Isang easy, isang average. Okay? So, konti lang din. Anong mga topics ang kasama dyan sa bank deposit secrecy? Purpose. Tapos, ano-ano yung mga bawal or prohibited acts? Ano yung mga types of deposits na covered ng bank secrecy? Okay? Alin ang exception sa bank secrecy? Tsaka ano ibig sabihin ng garnishment of deposits including foreign deposits? Okay? Next, under ng other business transaction is Truth in Lending Act. Okay? So, ilan to? 2 din. Isang easy, isang average. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin ng Truth in Lending Act na yan? Batas na yan. Ano yung purpose niya? Okay, ano yung purpose niya? Paano natin, how do we illustrate the obligations of a creditor sa person kung saan siya nag-extend ng credit? Okay? Compare yung covered tsaka yung excluded transactions sa Truth in Lending Act. Ano yung consequences kapag non-compliance ka with your obligation? Obligation of what? Tell the truth in lending. Okay? So, yun lang. Kaya maunti lang yung questions sa kukunin dyan. Next is AMLA law. Dito sa AMLA, medyo madami, 6. Okay? So, ano-ano mga i-discuss dyan? Mahaba din kasi yan eh. Okay? Ilan to? Too easy, too average, and too difficult. Ano-anong topics na pwedeng pagkunan ng questions? Again, purpose ng AMLA, definition of terms, pwede. Ano-anong mga unlawful activities covered ng AMLA? Okay? Sino ang mga persons covered ng AMLA law or who are the covered persons? Ano ibig sabihin pag sinabing money laundering, terrorism, at yung financing and asset forfeiture, may kinalaman din, halimbawa sa terrorism. Okay? Ano-ano yung mga preventive measures para maiwasan ng money laundering? Anong obligations ng mga covered persons? Okay? And then yung mga prohibited accounts, mga due diligence, customer due diligence, yeah. What else? Yung mga beneficial ownership. Okay? Meron din tayo dyan mga record keeping requirements na may kinalaman sa AMLA. Okay? So, 6 ang kukunin dyan, ha? So, aralin mabuti itong AMLA. Okay? Next, intellectual property law. Intellectual property law. Ayan. So, ano na diniscuss dito? This is 2. Isang easy, isang average. Okay? Dito, konti lang, no? Patents, trademarks, tsaka copyright. Yun. Lahat na may kinalaman sa patents, trademarks, at tsaka copyrights. Yung sa trademark, kasama rin yung service marks, tsaka yung trade name. Okay? Next, Data Privacy Act. More on, ano kasi ito, mga special nito eh. Data Privacy Act, 3. Isang easy, average, at difficult. Okay? So, again, ano mga kukunin dyan? Definition, scope, principles of data privacy, uh, how to process personal data, okay? Ano yung mga security measures para maprotektahan ng personal data, okay? Ano yung rights na isang data subject if pinagkunan ng data? How do we notify if there is a data breach, okay? Ano yung outsourcing tsaka subcontracting agreements, assuming yung third person or third party ang magiging parang data security, okay? And then, yung mga registration tsaka compliance requirements. Next, E-commerce Act. Ito, dalawa lang kukunin. This is average at saka difficult. Ayan. So, average and difficult na kukunin dyan sa E-commerce Act na yan. Okay? So, anong mga coverage nito? Yung principles. How to apply e-commerce. Definition of terms. Yung legal recognition and communication of electronic data. Electronic data messages tsaka electronic data documents. Okay? Ano yung mga e-commerce in carriage of goods. Okay? And then yung e-commerce transactions on government. Sama din dyan. Next, number 8, under ng law and other business transactions, okay, ease of doing business. Okay? Yeah. Mahaba pa yan eh. And efficient delivery of government service. So, yun na lang. Ease of doing business. Dalawa yan. Isang average at isang difficult. Okay? So, ano mga diligence dito or kasamang topics under ng ease of doing business? Policy. Okay, definition of terms. Coverage. Tsaka scope. Ano ba? Re-engineering ng systems and procedures. Ano ibig sabihin ng Citizens Charter? Illustrate yung accessing the government services. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin pag sinabing streamline procedures sa pag-i-issue ng permits at saka ng licenses. Ano yung violations, jurisdictions, saka penalties and immunity under ng ease of doing business. Okay? Next, labor law. Yan, ito medyo mahaba dito pero basics lang din naman ang kukunin dito. Pero ang questions niya is average saka difficult. Daliman din natin ang ating kaalaman dito ha. Lagyan ko lang to ng freeze state. I-freeze ko lang to. Yan. Okay. So sa labor law, ano-anong mga questions na pwedeng, anong topics na pwedeng pagkunan ng questions? Yung may kinalaman sa labor law, no? Basic pay, overtime premium, night differential, holiday premium, 13-month pay, mga leaves credits, hindi yung dahon na, leaves credits, mga service incentive leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, ayan. Tsaka yung solo parent, sama rin doon sa mga paternal leave, ayan, for solo parent. Okay? What else? Meron din tayong social security law. Di ba? Saya. Dami, dami special laws. Yan, mga special laws yan. Okay. So, ano mga ilang questions yan? Dalawa. Again, isang average, isang difficult. So, ano mga kasama sa social security law? Definition of terms, scope, tsaka coverage ng batas. Anong ibig sabihin ng pension, retirement, at tsaka other benefits. Okay? Yung mga discuss ninyo sa employee benefits, yan, discuss yan dito. Pero yung mga legal aspects nun. Ano yung mga exempt sa tax, legal process and lien, okay? Paano mag-compute ng employees contribution, tsaka employers contribution, okay? Paano mag-compute ng contributions mula sa isang self-employed member, okay? So, and then yung retirement, remittance of contributions, ano yung mga method of collection and payment, tapos yun, employment records, tsaka penal clause. Okay? So, yan yung lahat ng topics na meron sa RFBT. So, tingnan natin, ha? That's over 130 items ng easy, average, at saka difficult. So, alin ang dapat mong unahin? So, again, dahil lahat naman tayo dumadaan sa obligations and contracts, at ano rin yan, at napaka-crucial and critical dahil nga yan yung base natin sa higher level ng law subjects. So much better unahin mo siyang aralin, obligations and contracts. After that, di sa Law 2 na, no? Law 2. Punta ka na sa partnership and corporation kung gusto mo mag-review ulit at recap. Kasi ano na yan eh, that's 6, 12, 18, 48 na kagad. Okay? Ilan na lang ang kailangan mo? 48, eh ang passing natin 65, di 17 na lang. O, di isunod mo na ngayon yung mga topics na medyo madami-dami. Ang questions, AMLA, 6 ka agad yan. Okay? FRIA, 5 na kaagad yan. Okay? Cooperatives, 5 na kaagad yan. Yan. And syempre, aralin mo yung mga topics na related, magkakakonekta. Okay? Ayan. So with that, pwede mo nang ma ma-manage yung time mo kung anong uunahin mo. Kasi syempre, sa dinami-dami ng topics, hindi mo yan kayang aralin lahat ng with the same level of learning. Ang kaya natin gawin dito is to prioritize topics so that we can have answers dun sa mga mas maraming tanong na topics. Okay? So, I hope na meron akong na-impart sa inyong tips para sa inyong pag-aaral natin sa RFBT, isa sa mga favorite kong subject sa board exam. Okay? So, good luck sa inyong lahat and see you again on our next video about sa audit, no? Auditing. So, yun lang. Ingat kayo. Good luck and bye-bye.